So I took a stroll down the old long walk. No, it's a long, long way to Tipperary. But I decided to come down to Clonmel to do some stuff. And since Clonmel is very, very near Fethard, I decided to stop with my little hippie van. If you see me out and about in my hippie van, say hello, won't you, fellas? Came by Fethard because Fethard has, you can just look above me, can you see it up there? Where is she? Where is she? There she is up there. Sheela and a gig. So there is a Sheela and a gig here in the medieval wall that goes around the old town of Fethard in Tipperary. Sheela and a gig is, of course, a matriarchal Celtic figure, a goddess of fertility. She crouches down, she sticks out her tongue and grins, spreads her leg and shows her labia to remind men where she comes from. That before the new religion, Christianity, there was an old one on this island. So there you go. We're at the Sheela and a gig in Fethard, down by the river. Take you for a walk over the road, shall I? There's an Augustinian Abbey. This beautiful high bridge over the river. A bit overgrown, the river, a bit weed choked. It's a grand soft day. It's raining here in Ireland, of course. Just take it over here because there are some ruins worthy of a bit of a look. It's an old wall, you see? In Ireland people would build walled towns so they're safe behind it. So they used to raid the hell out of each other. Whether it was Vikings, neighbouring chieftains, there's Normans, like myself, from a Norman family, Roaches or La Roche, they were Normans. So this is the widow's house. This almshouse for widows was built between 1605 and 1611. Note, window embrasure with round head at the top. See? So, a poor house from the turn of the 17th century. 16th, 17th century. Medieval times. Ooh! Railway alarm. And can you see the steeple of the cathedral? The Normans, of course, are the ones that brought real stonework to Ireland, stonemasonry skills. And then the Normans, after a couple of centuries of living in Ireland, decided they were Irish and started defending Ireland against all comers, mainly the English, Hibernians. A bit like myself, I'm Hibernified to fuck, because I love this island. I've only lived here for about 7 years, but a lot of my DNA started off here. as Normans. So here we are. Let's get to the park. Up there somewhere. Medieval town walls. The first charter to build the town wall was granted in 1292, so late 13th century. But building and renovation continued up to the 16th century. Most of the town wall still exists, including one of the first original gateways, the North Gate. There you go. It being Ireland, building still continues. As we see, like the mini excavator in the back. So there you go. When you think of all the civilizations that have risen and fallen on this planet, it's really quite staggering. When you think of the people that have lived and died on this island of Ireland. See, they used to think that it was only about 7,000 years of inhabitation on Ireland, but then very, very recently they discovered near the cliffs of Moher in the Burren a knee bone from a bear that was butchered about 12,000 years ago by humans. And they found shellfish middens around the Burren and the cliffs of Moher that date human habitation on this island well past the Paleolithic era sort of thing. Paleolithic? No, Neolithic. You know what I mean. But the Romans never bothered with this island, which means we've got 1,200 more years of Celtic spirituality before they came crashing on us than the rest of Europe, because Romans sailed round, saw that it was completely wooded and the inhabitants were fiercely defensive, and went off back to England. It was much easier to conquer the spineless Brits. Once the spineless Brits ripped off the recipe for gunpowder, of course, then they came looking for Ireland themselves, didn't they? Bit of an unfair advantage. Whew. But there you go. That was a bit of Fethard, the wall, the Sheela and a gig. I'll walk down to the river. There you go. Old stone bridge. And a river that people have fished in for centuries. I bloody love Ireland. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you when you've got nothing on.